NEtrunner.com game night kit. Video recording of some excellent NEtrunner games. I'm here with Kevin.
Hello.
And I'm Alex. I see we've got a Chaos Theory deck on the left, and
That's a Nearest Hub under
Nearest Hub on the right. Kevin, this is you on the left as well.
Yes, it is, playing on the beautiful Northern Gaming network mat
with the matchy click trackers.
Yes. I'm playing Chaos Area here. This is a pre-store championship deck I'm looking to test out to see how well my Chaos Theory works above Kate. If I'm going to cut Stephan's deck here.
We're here playing in the Games All Store in Fredericton, and we have the gentleman to your across the table from you is actually from Germany.
Yeah.
And he's living in San Francisco. He came up for a conference, I believe.
He came up to defend his PhD and decided to join in the local gaming.
Yeah, great that he brought his NEtrunner decks along. So
Yes.
when you travel, remember to bring them. You never know what kind of meta you'll find.
Absolutely. And there's a beautiful white playmat here.
Yeah.
So we've got an install for a draw, ice over HQ.
And a sweep.
And a sweep. Alright. This is a great start here from New York. Getting the 9 credits in the first turn opens up a lot of things. It opens up Biotic with Shimmer and Samson. Get everything going. I don't know what I'm test running here. I'm probably test running Opus.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, pretty consistent first move from Chaos Theory,
Yeah.
Opus, and then here you're probably gonna check R&D and then money up. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I might scavenge. I know I have scavenges in the deck. So I'm drawing on 2, maybe looking for the scavenge.
Okay, just taking credits. Didn't run. So
I feel like that was a mistake. I should have checked R&D. Always check R&D when it's open. Okay, raising the pad campaign. Already drip economy going. I've got to get rid of that.
I imagine you draw there looking for the scavenge, hoping you get it off the top if you didn't have it in your hand.
Maybe that seems like a low percentage play though.
Indeed. No, pad campaign, typical NEH there with some asset economy.
So,
probably gonna have some more installs there for asset economy.
another asset or another server gaining him another card draw. And looks like my free pass in R&D is now closed. I've missed my window.
Missed your window. He's running on 8 credits right now. That's pretty wealthy for early game NEH. You're going to be probably pop-up windows or something to see maybe a small little stoppage ice quandary here.
This is certainly true. Pop-up window is a pretty valuable ice face down as well as face up. It makes you not run an Eli.
Oh, an Eli. So he's actually spending some money here.
Still 3. 3 is a
great
cheap
cost
piece of ice to run. Do we have a second?
There's the pop-up window.
He gains 1 right away. I'm paying to get through it. I still haven't drawn the Opus. That is a breaking news right off the bat.
Very nice pull. That explains why he put his first piece of ice over HQ.
Yes. So I drew the Magnum Opus and installed it. Opus being a pretty popular Chaos Theory economy card. In most decks, it is the only economy card.
Yep, very easy to find with the 40 card deck, having 3 of them in there.
And the combo of test run and scavenge just makes it just that little bit cheaper. So we're installing ice over the top.
Resing and clicking marked accounts.
Clicking and marked accounts.
Very nice.
If I wasn't sitting on 0 credits, this is the turn I would trash it, but opusing up to 6 and then running and trashing marked accounts almost feels like a waste of a turn.
Opusing for a click 1. Are you going to set up a little bit of a rig here, or are you going to put some time into slowing his economy down? That is the question.
I'm likely almost as big of a rig as I'm going to have here.
Draw.
Everything else is events and then the 3 breakers I'm running. I don't recall the exact suite I have in this deck.
Okay.
Corroder.
Looks like a pretty standard suite if that's what you're pulling out first.
So I can get through Eli. It's pricey. would prefer to maybe get a data sucker out and parasite.
Yeah.
Daily business show.
So Eli turns into, with an Opus deck, basically you can click through Eli or you can Opus twice and go through Eli. With the Corroder, it's the same price.
Yeah, precisely. Alright, so daily business show allowing him to draw 2 and stick 1 on the bottom at the start.
Yeah, daily business show, really great card in NH, allowing you to see a couple cards and take what you need.
Yeah, I mean, you can put the few agendas that you don't want to see at the bottom.
And then you can always fast track them later.
Absolutely. Yes, especially if you have a couple of Astro Strip tokens scored, fast tracking becomes a real thing.
Absolutely.
Installing Ice over a naked remote, that also allows him to draw another card. And he's crediting up to 8. Using the lovely Team Covenant credit tokens down there. Very easy to see.
Very nice. I do like those.
Opus on 1. That brings me to 4. I can get into R&D here, but with
you want to trash the pad?
Trash the pad campaign. Right.
I think that's a good call. That's a better move than the marked accounts because he doesn't need to click that to get the drip back.
Yeah, marked accounts is also 5 to trash. It's really expensive. I only ever want to trash marked accounts when it has 3 credits on it.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so we got a quandary. I'm just gonna force me to get out my code gate breaker. Alright, drawing 2 with daily business show. Stephan essentially has everything he needs here. He has a naked remote in which to score, to put agendas into and score out of if he chooses to. He has enough credits to activate the biotic score here. So at any point he can start the train that, okay,
So
biotic
and
right there.
Okay, so the train begins.
That puts him on the board. He's choosing to install it into a new remote, allowing him to draw a card. And that gets an Astro Script token on it. Once the Astro train gets initiated, it is really hard to stop.
I feel like they should start releasing tokens, agenda counter tokens, in the shape of a moon, strictly for Astro Script.
Maybe in the shape of a train.
or a train.
Alright, so it looks like I drew on click 1 there. And on 2, I Opus. Self-modifying code on 3. Immediately pop it to... I don't know what I'm going to install. Maybe I have a keymaster? That might be my code gate breaker.
Oh, Parasite.
I Parasite the Quandary. Excellent.
Boy, that is an expensive Parasite, but hey.
Yes.
Gone goes the Quandary.
Yes.
Opusing.
Perhaps I should have waited to do that on turn in which I run. I essentially telegraphed my play and then did nothing. This gives Stephan time to put ice on a remote or on his central that he thought was protected.
At the same time, if you're going for a good old-fashioned R&D lock, you may want to push their HQ and try to make them protect that a little bit more with their needed ice if you want to go for an R&D lock here later in the game.
Yeah, that's possible. I suspect I'm looking to legwork. He's been drawing a lot of cards, and he's only scored 1 agenda, so... Okay, he sweeps on 1. That brings him to 6. So unlikely to score an agenda this turn, unless he does some crazy biotic thing.
2 more clicks, so...
You know, choosing to sweeps and then biotic almost wastes the sweep week. You should just score the Astro Script. Okay. Ice over the top of HQ, that then proves me right that I made the wrong play by parasiting the Quandary too early. I'm drawing and clicking.
Tough choice. This is why we like to watch these videos and learn from our mistakes.
Absolutely.
Forge
forging.
activations. Very nice.
That's an interesting call in this deck. I'm not sure what I'm planning.
I think that's a great splash because you don't necessarily expect that coming from CT. So it's a nice little surprise. You're like, oh, I only have 5 credits right here. I kind of want some money to install Advanced Astro. So.
Well, that seemed to work. He did trash it. I opens up to 3. I gotta run here.
I believe you absolutely need to legwork here. You have the money.
Yeah.
In absolutely what you do. So paying the 2 for the legwork, paying 1 for the pop-up, hoping you don't see an NAPD.
Absolutely. There are NAPs in the deck. I'm pretty sure you can recognize the Astro.
Oh, look at
got
that.
Beal.
Right away with a Beal. Gives you 3 points. Eli.
Another Eli. I really don't want to see that.
It's true.
And then there's the NAPD.
Okay. But you know what's there. Not extremely likely for him to go and try to score that. Although he does have a remote with ice.
This is true. Had I been patient, had I allowed myself to magnum opus up to 8 or 10 credits, I would be in much better place right now.
I disagree, actually. I think that was the play you should have made because he has money there to score that out of hand with the Astros coating. So he could have scored that Beal on this turn. And now he doesn't have it.
Yeah, that is also true. I'm not certain he would want to score the Beal because that kind of derails the train, but if I was putting pressure on him, he would have to score it.
And you know that's pretty likely to be an Eli.
Yeah. I can almost guarantee that's an Eli. I somehow need to bring him down in money and either forge activation orders that or parasite it. And it's a tough parasite to do. You need data sector tokens in order to parasite the Eli, so I would guess that server is pretty secure now. A nice over R&D as well.
Taking credit to keep himself at 6, allowing him to res 2 Elis if that's what they are, or Eli and something else. Not a whole lot of expensive ice in a fast advance NEH deck, or
yes,
any deck.
I wouldn't expect anything more than 5. Eli may be the most expensive piece of ice in this deck.
And the only time I think I'd see a 5 would be if it was like a Lotus Field.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, so I'm crediting up to 4 here, and I'm gonna run on 4 and force him to res the Eli.
I think that's a great idea. Make him spend some of his money, and bounce off that. You still have the money to run R&D, so I think running R&D here would be a great call.
No, that was click 4.
Oh, that was click 4? Pardon me. You drew, did you?
Yes.
I missed that.
Bringing him down another 3 credits does help. Would mean that if he scores an Astro script here, I can essentially get into R&D without him resing what is either a Lotus Field or an Eli, or possibly another pop-up window. Alright, so we're installing a fresh remote, drawing a card because of it. Near a hub with daily business show, essentially means you're seeing 3 cards a turn, and keeping 2 of them is really good. Clicking up for credits at the end of his turn, bringing him up to 6 again, where I do not want to see him. This unlocks the Lotus Field that we've been talking about.
Yeah. I think you have to make him res it here.
I'm running. That is a pop-up window. That's something I want to see. I paid, and interesting. Am I going to break the Eli?
I think you're supposed to make that decision before you pay the $1 for pop-up.
Well, I'm wondering if I'm going to click through Eli, my 2 remaining clicks, or if I'm going to pay for it.
Yes. In this situation, unless you have something else to do this turn without any money, then it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other.
Mm-hmm. So I see a single card, which he will most likely stick on the bottom of his deck now that I've seen it with Daily Business Show. Can we see?
So he keeps.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he sticks that one on the bottom. This is a very criminal rig you have going here, Kevin.
Yes. Well, I mean, Chaos Theory typically does play with a small rig, even though she has all the memory. A lot of the fast chaos theory decks play with resources and programs only.
Yeah, having the extra memory really just gives you the easy magnum opus, and then a full regular suite of breakers.
Yeah,
If you're gonna do a small rig.
it does allow you for some other tricksy stuff too as well. Going wide here, installing a fifth server, excuse me.
I think he needs a new playmat.
At this point, he's got everything he needs. He can really run away with it very quickly now. I don't have a cold gate breaker out, although I am shaper. You know I can get one fairly easily. I suspect. Actually, I'm not sure what that would be behind the ice.
I would bet that that's probably an NAPD.
Maybe. I think. Yeah, I guess leaving it for the final turn to use an Astro token. Okay, so I'm gonna make him res that ice.
Enigma?
Enigma.
Yeah, so he's gonna lose you a click.
So I lose a click. That's cost him 3, that's nice. At this point, I think I should run that other remote, the one.
The face down one
the
there
face
between.
down.
Absolutely. Information is good here.
Okay, I'm running a trashing marked account, so let's stop that money.
Great. Good time for that. I
Maybe a little late, but I'll do it.
I think I'm not sure if I. Oh, he had put that.
We shuffled a.
All right, so he actually made a misplay there. That's not supposed to be behind that ice. That is a wide open remote.
Interesting. All right, so he had a pad behind an Enigma, and then
He didn't want you to trash it.
in the greatest of all plays, just shuffled the 2 servers together.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't like people shuffling things around.
I'm certain it won't become a problem. Scoring the Astro script. He's got 2 Astro scripts scored. I can easily fast track another one now because with Eli on top of HQ, it's pretty tough for me to get in there twice.
Yeah, this would not have been. This should be empty.
No rest. Access.
NAPD. Nope.
Oh, it is
Sand.
a Sand City grid, so it is inconsequential. Yet I could have trashed it there, but
Had the money to trash it, but he hasn't paid to res it either with, and he does not have the money to do so. So.
Making it expensive to get in.
alright, I'm sitting on 6 credits. I can get in to either of the servers, centrals.
Yes, they do have the exact same ice suite on them in a reverse order.
Yep.
Pop up Eli and Eli pop up.
I'm now regretting using the SMC for the parasite. I should have parasited the pop-up one instead.
Ooh, trashing torch.
Woohoo.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm looking for a retrieval run. Although code gates aren't a big problem.
That's
for
not a
me.
garrote though, Kevin. You don't retrieval run anything but a garrote.
Oh wow! I was guaranteed to win that.
Yes, sir.
The inside joke is I have successfully retrieval run garrote for my Ken deck every single game in a tournament that I've played that has
Actually,
not
in
played.
this tournament.
Actually in this tournament, so hopefully we get to see that game.
Yeah, we will.
So stay tuned. GameNetwork.com.
So we have a near Earth Hub install. I suspect it's another marked account, maybe another Sand Centigrade. Seeing the Sand Centigrade makes me think he's not playing the shipment from Sands.
Take 2 credits.
Taking 2 credits, that brings him up to 5. Enough to score out another Astro script fairly easily. I've got to get in. I've got to see a card here from one of his centrals. I don't know what I'm trying to do.
Got a diesel. You gotta find your duels here. Some clone chips would be nice.
Yeah, I can do with a clone chip that would activate Parasite. Data Sucker would be nice.
Data Sucker would be ideal, I think, here.
Get a few runs on Archives.
Yeah.
And I'm playing same old thing. Neither of those.
But that will allow you to lose your legwork.
Yes, this is true.
And I think that's what you're doing here. Let's find out. You're
I
simultaneous.
don't have the math to get in. I don't have the money to get in. Excuse me, I'm doing the math wrong. I had 6, 2 for legwork, 4 to get through Eli. That makes me stop on pop.
Do you have a click left?
No, I
we
can't
are
click
rewinding. Okay. So you just realized your math was wrong. So very gentleman. I think that's appropriate considering he did consolidate his remote.
Okay, so I had 6. What is a
Test
run?
run.
What am I test running here? So I'm test running the torch out of archives, actually.
Okay.
And then I assume I have the scavenge, yes. There it is. So this gets me through any code gate for free. Essentially, he's not running any 5 strength code gates
There
here.
won't be anything any bigger there.
Oh, 1 to break with 17.
I did discover that this weekend.
Yes.
That playing Travis's deck, he had a torch in there, and it was not such a good time with very low strength ice.
Torch being 9 to install. You need to run a lot of code gates to you need to run a lot of code gates to make back your money, but in a heavy code gate deck, it doesn't take long. Alright, icing over HQ again, double ice. This tells me that he's probably and then 2 credits up. This tells me he probably has the agendas in hand, or he's bluffing that and forcing me to get in at high expense.
Very much,
What you put out there, who you put a guard.
Especially where he knows you want to use that legwork. Some makers on it here would be really nice.
Yeah. Maker's Eye I could do out of hand. 1 for pop-up, 2 for Maker's Eye, then click through the Eli. Seeing 3 cards here would be great. I'm running. I'm clicking 1, so I can click through Eli, which means he has to res that ice. Stephan deciding what to do here.
A roto turret.
Roto.
The one breaker you don't have here.
Okay, so he is choosing to trash the Magnum Opus. This late in the game, it may have been wise to trash the Corroder or the Torch, but
Torch being very expensive, I think I may have gone with the Torch.
possibly. It depends on what type of ice he has in his hand.
Yes, absolutely. And I think NEH being so fast, they don't have to worry about you spending your time clicking for credits.
So, I immediately scavenged the Torch to bring back the Magnum Opus. Losing 4 in the exchange, but I think having easy access to money helps. Opus on 3. Okay, running R&D straight up.
So that'll spend all 5 credits that you
Spending all
have.
5 credits to get in. Seeing a single card. And it was probably an NAPD.
Yes, you sounded very disappointed there. And he does not keep the...
Yep. This is one of the problems with running broke.
Okay, so this is very close. He's got an AstroScript token, all of his AstroScript scored, and all he has to do is find an agenda.
He's probably been holding on to the fast track in order to fast track the breaking news and score out of hand. So I essentially got to get into HQ this turn, somehow find a Sentry Breaker. Yeah. This does not look good for me. Fast track being 1, spending 1. Yeah, he can do it with 2 credits. I need to either get in now or make him lose money somehow.
That's right. And there's
He also has a pad campaign on the table, gaining him an extra credit. More than enough money to score out of breaking news.
it's true, and there's no situation here unless you had something for him to actually lose money.
So now I choose. There it is. Yeah.
There. That's not too surprising. That's what NEH does in good game. You're definitely pushing hard there, but couldn't quite pull it out.
Not quite patient enough.
Not enough accesses there. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. As usual, you can find us on northerngamingnetwork.com, and like, subscribe, share your video all over the place, and stay tuned for more excellent NEtrunner videos. I'm Alex.
I'm Kevin.
Stay frosty.